Good morning. Welcome to a timely and comprehensive update on the latest developments in China's economy. Today is Monday, September 23, 2024, Eastern Standard Time. What happened in China last night? Thank you for tuning in to China Finance Morning News. Let's start this beautiful morning as Panda Finance brings you today's headlines. Here are the top financial news stories from China this morning. China's National Development and Reform Commission has announced the allocation of 300 billion yuan in government bonds to support corporate equipment upgrades and a trade-in program for consumer goods. The country's 12 major lithium battery manufacturers are grappling with the impact of an industrial downturn. The three main indices of China's A-shares are experiencing narrow fluctuations. In the first 8 months of this year, national public budget revenue reached 14.78 trillion yuan, a year-on-year decline of 2.6%. China's fixed asset investment in railways has reached a decade high, signaling a robust commitment to infrastructure development amid economic fluctuations. A rising trend of unmarried older men in rural China has become increasingly common. Recently, several small and medium-sized banks in China have announced reductions in deposit interest rates. The penetration rate of new energy vehicles has surpassed 50% for 2 consecutive months. Shanghai's Mayor Gong Zheng stated that the city is fully capable of becoming a key hub in the global innovation network. According to the National Energy Administration, installed solar power capacity has reached approximately 750 million kilowatts, reflecting a year-on-year increase of 48.8%. In Hong Kong, Financial Secretary Paul Chan noted signs of recovery in the new stock market. The Three Gorges Dam is expected to complete its water storage by mid-October. Here are the details. On September 23, China's National Development and Reform Commission, NDRC, held a press conference to update on the progress of its large-scale equipment upgrade and consumer goods trade-in policies. Deputy Director Zhao Chunxin announced the comprehensive allocation of 300 billion yuan in government bonds. In the equipment upgrade sector, over 4,600 eligible projects have been identified, with 150 billion yuan allocated in 2 batches following established regulations and procedures. Regarding consumer goods trade-ins, the remaining 150 billion yuan was fully distributed to local governments at the beginning of August. Recent data from market research firms indicates a challenging landscape for China's lithium battery industry. In the first half of 2024, 121 lithium battery companies reported a 14.33% year-on-year decline in overall revenue, marking a 30.48 percentage point drop in growth compared to the same period in 2023. Additionally, net profits attributable to shareholders plummeted by 44.94%. Conversely, the penetration rate of new energy vehicles in China has exceeded 50% for 2 consecutive months, with the sector gradually becoming mainstream in the domestic market after leading global production and sales for 9 straight years. On September 23, China's A-share indices experienced narrow fluctuations at the close, with the Shanghai Composite rising 0.44%, the Shenzhen Component gaining 0.1%, and the Chinext Index declining 0.4%. Notable gains were seen in sectors such as information security, CXO, and state-owned enterprise reform, while solar energy stocks declined. Additionally, the vehicle road cloud concept, coal, banking, and power sectors recorded strong performances, whereas healthcare, semiconductors, and pork-related stocks fell significantly. Overall, the number of advancing and declining stocks was nearly even, with total trading volume surpassing 550 billion yuan. According to China's Ministry of Finance, the country's general public budget revenue totaled 14.7776 trillion yuan from January to August, marking a 2.6% year-on-year decline. Revenue from securities transaction stamp duty amounted to 65.3 billion yuan, a sharp drop of 55.5% compared to the same period last year. Expenditures related to state-owned land use rights transfer reached 2.7873 trillion yuan, down 10.1% year-on-year. Vehicle purchase tax revenue was 162.1 billion yuan, down 9.6% year-on-year, while personal income tax revenue totaled 968.5 billion yuan, a 5.2% decline. Among taxes related to land and real estate, deed tax revenue reached 355.8 billion yuan, down 12% from the previous year. According to a report from the Shanghai Securities News, deposit rates at China's small and medium-sized banks remain relatively high, even after recent cuts. While the major state-owned banks and nationwide joint stock banks are generally offering long-term deposit rates starting with a 1, some smaller banks continue to offer 3-year fixed deposit rates as high as 2.8%. According to a report from China Business News, fixed asset investment in China's railways reached 410.2 billion yuan from January to August, representing a year-on-year growth of 10.5%, the highest rate in nearly a decade. The growing difficulty for older unmarried men in rural China to find spouses has become an increasingly prominent social issue. Surveys show that in some rural counties, it is common for villages to have anywhere from a handful to dozens of older men struggling to find a partner. Unable to follow the traditional life path of forming a family, these men are increasingly marginalized in society, as they are left out of the conventional life cycle framework widely accepted in China. Shanghai Mayor Gong Zheng stated that the city is well-positioned and fully capable of becoming a key hub in the global innovation network. Shanghai will accelerate the development of world-class major scientific infrastructure clusters, promote the establishment of high-level international scientific collaboration bases, and continue to host flagship events to foster cooperation and exchange. The city will also participate in launching international big science projects and initiatives, while encouraging foreign enterprises to carry out research and development activities in Shanghai. According to the National Energy Administration, as of the end of August, China's total installed power generation capacity grew by 14% year-on-year, reaching approximately 3.13 billion kilowatts. Solar power capacity reached around 750 million kilowatts, a 48.8% increase year-on-year, while wind power capacity rose to 470 million kilowatts, up 19.9%. From January to August, the average cumulative utilization of power generation equipment nationwide was 2,328 hours, 103 hours less than the same period last year. Investment in power generation projects by major energy companies totaled 497.6 billion yuan, an increase of 5.1% year-on-year, while investment in power grid projects reached 333 billion yuan, up 23.1%. Hong Kong's financial secretary, Paul Chan, stated that the city's IPO market is gradually recovering. So far this year, Hong Kong's IPO fundraising has surpassed the total for all of last year, pushing its global ranking up to 4th place. Currently, about 100 companies are in the pipeline for listing in Hong Kong. According to China's Central Television, the Three Gorges Reservoir has been undergoing a new round of water storage since September 10. As of 1 p.m. on September 22, the water level at the dam had reached 160.86 meters. The target for this round of water storage is 175 meters, which is expected to be reached by mid-October. Thank you for tuning in to today's financial news. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.